Communication is a hot topic, especially amongst women. Today I'm going to share with you 4 strategies of supercharging your communication. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'd love to hear from you. Where are you from and how did you come across this video? And if you like it, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell so that you'll be notified of new videos every single week. My name is Elle and it's such a privilege and a joy to be working with high performance women to reconnect with that frequency of love and completion which does exist inside every single one of us, and in doing so elevating their frequency to that of an alpha being. Strategy number 1 is to be fully present. In some ways, it feels a little weird that I even have to talk about this, but then again, when I look at the culture that we have created, people are so distracted whilst they are communicating with somebody. This whole ideology of multitasking is really draining us of our presence with another person. Think about it this way. When you engage in a conversation with somebody, you are effectively asking them to invest their time in you right now. And time is that one currency that we cannot get more of. We cannot get it back. So it is a real gift to be treasured when somebody engages in a conversation with you. Switch off your cell phone, or at least take it off the table, put it away, take it out of the room. Get off social media and be fully present with the person in front of you. Make them feel how you treasure this time with them. The second strategy is to let go of your defenses. I know this is a big ask. The ask of vulnerability, the ask of coming into a conversation without thinking you have to protect yourself based on past experiences. That protection, that wall that so many people are building up around themselves is not strengthening you. What it does instead is it weakens you. It's like this fortress that is cutting you off from the heart connection that is available between yourself and other good-hearted individuals. One of the underlying pieces to leaving your defenses outside of the conversation is a true desire to understand the other person's perspective, the other person's mind and way of thinking, instead of wanting to be understood. When we come into the conversation from a space of being curious, you can see that there's no longer a need for a wall around yourself. Most women have swallowed their truth for such a long time, and instead of learning to be curious, they just want to be understood. Honey, the fastest way for you to be understood is for you to first of all do the work to understand yourself and then to understand the other person, which will empower you with the right words and the right tone to use to really connect with the other person. Otherwise, you're effectively just blasting at people all of the time and you get that wall built up from their side, and then you feel frustrated because you're not getting through to them. So if you want to get through to people, break your own walls down first and you will witness the crumbling down of walls in front of you. Strategy number 3, stop being afraid of the silence. We have become addicted to noise and terrified of silence. It's as though the pregnant pause means that there's something big that's going to fall down on us like a bomb just waiting to explode. What silence does is that it creates space for deeper introspection. It's in the silence that people allow themselves to think, and what else do I want to add to this, instead of constantly being cut off. Now, I know that this takes a little bit of practice. So if your best friend is on board to supporting you in this, ask them to help you find comfort in silence, especially within conversations. Alternatively, work professional coach who has been trained in the art of holding the silent spaces for people to receive deeper introspection. Because ultimately, there's always an answer within each of us that's just waiting to be recognized. And we really do need space and silence to delve into all of the subsurface levels and mine the gold. And my fourth strategy that I want to share with you today is to ask one question at a time. There's nothing worse than being bombarded by questions. We all learned that in the olden days, men were seen as the hunters and women were seen as the gatherers. And this goes beyond just food. Intrinsically, women love gathering information and then sorting it through in their own minds and creating what they see as the picture or the story that they then operate from. The issue comes in when women start asking for information not from a space of desiring to fully understand or to fully complete the person's picture, but they've already created the framework and they just want to plug and play with whatever information is given to them. Or alternatively, they just want information for the sake of information. Instead, I'm going to invite you to ask yourself, what is the purpose of the question that you are asking? What is the desire for the information? You're going to start witnessing a shift in the quality of information that people share with you as they start trusting you more and more, as they can feel the relevance and true desire for information in asking the questions. The other reason this is really important, ladies, is because your man doesn't exactly operate the same as you do. When you ask him a question, he wants to give you the best possible answer. And so they tend to take a little longer in answering than what women do. But so your man will pause and think about the best answer to give you. And in your impatience, you will already be asking the next question. And now he has to change direction of his thoughts, by which stage you're already asking the next question in a frustrated tone. And he just gives up on the conversation altogether. So truly give somebody the space to think about one question at a time and give the best answer, and then keep quiet until their answer is complete. So just to quickly recap for you, number one is to be fully present with the person who's gifting you this conversation. Number two is drop your defenses. Come from a space of curiosity and truly wanting to understand and connect with the other person, and you will be able to form that heart link that I know you truly desire. Number three, don't be afraid of the silence. Silence is golden, and that is where the gold is often mined. And number four, following on the silence, is ask one question at a time. Make sure that it's purposeful, and then create the space and the silence for the person to fully answer you. I'd love to hear from you. Which one of these strategies are you going to practice in the week going forward? And if you want to, let us know what was the results. What happened in your communication by consistently practicing one new skill? And that's all you have to do, is always just take one thing and practice it until you feel comfortable with it, and then layer on the next, and then layer on the next. It's those little things that really does bring the big transformations within ourselves as well as in our relationships with other people. If you want to be part of an even bigger conversation, then come and join my Facebook group, Home of the Alpha Female. I will put the link down in the description for you, and I'd love to welcome you in there. And just another quick reminder, if you are new to my channel and you're enjoying this content, please do subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll be notified of new content every single week. If there's anything specific you'd like me to talk about next week, please let me know in the comments as well. Otherwise, have an amazing week, and don't forget, you set the tone. Cheers.